Hi, it's Bill Koenig for Straight Circle Martial Arts, and this is how not to get punched in the mouth when you joint lock. Right, I was sparring with a woman once, just playing around, and we were going really slow, and we were going ha ha ha, and I touched her like this, and then she panicked and she punched me right in the teeth. You know what happened, right? Because I was goofing off and I deserved it, and I put my hands in a position where I could get ripped. It's on me. So, you're not wrong. If you're going to joint lock, you should never ever put yourself in a position where you get your freaking teeth knocked out. That being said, how that happens is you have to understand what joint locking is. You do not walk up to somebody and go like this, right? Why would you? You're going to get hit in the head or worse. It's a silly thing to do. Joint locking requires setups. That's what it is. So you have two options in joint lock. Either he comes through with a very deep motion and leads, and when I get him off balance, it allows me to do things that put the lock on. But that is not going to happen if he comes in tight and small, and I'm trying to put this joint lock on him where he's going to wrap me. So generally, in my personal opinion, when you joint lock, you don't start with a joint lock, you just start. What I mean by that is if I come into somebody, now again, I'm going to preempt this. I understand some people fight with their hands up, some people fight with their hands down, sometimes it's like this. You know, it's not going to be like this all the time in martial arts, but I'm showing this as an example. So if his hands are like this, what I want to do ideally is I don't go for the joint lock, I make contact. I make sure that I don't get hit. So I'm here, he's not going to hit me, and if you've noticed, it's hard to see on the camera, it's subtle, but I came this way a little bit. Because here's his strength, his center line, and I don't want to be there. So as I come in, I come a little bit off like this, so even if he is going to punch, I'm not there. At this point, it depends, right? What happened? If I caught him in a position of strength and tension, and he's tight, I'm not going to let go and try and joint lock him. Right? From there, I should be hitting him, punishing him, and putting him in a position where I can actually put the joint lock on. This depends on multiple things. So if I come in and I'm fortunate enough to ring his belt where he is loosened up, that is an easy thing to do, right? Anytime you come in and you injure somebody, and you injure somebody, and you injure somebody, and it allows you to put it on, that's great. The other thing it depends on is how did you off balance him. So if I go like this and I push on him, and I leave him in a position of power and structure, yeah, he's going to resist. So when I come in, a lot of times what I want to do is I either want to bump him, see him go back, or I want to try and take him in a position of weakness where he tips and he's off balance. Ideally, what you want out of life is he's in structure here. Is I want him on one foot where he's weak and I can just move him, or I want him leaning back where he's weak, or I want him leaning forward where he's weak. It is not a particularly good idea when someone's in a strong position to sit there and try and crank a joint lock on. Because if he doesn't want me to do it, be strong, it's not going to happen. But if I wrap him, punish him, hit him, then this comes on, that's what it is. So what I find with joint locking, because I've had this happen, is if someone's really sloppy, they're drunk, they're not a great technician, and they're leaning on you and they're being sloppy. A lot of times you can pull people like that into positions that are easy for them to lock. But if you get a guy who's a solid fighter and strong, and he knows how to box, he's just not going to crank one on him, he's just not. Trapping and joint locking are kind of integrated. You need both. Now, when you enter, this is a really important part. You don't enter with the idea of a joint lock. You enter with the idea of looking for what's coming. So if I come in to make contact, the first thing that should happen, and it's so hard to show this on camera, is my eyes should go from looking at you like this to this. My peripheral vision should open where I can see the whole environment. When I come in, I'm not looking at his hands. I'm not looking at him as a person. What I do is I make contact, my brain goes into that wide view. The reason it goes into that wide view is if I get this and all of a sudden he's going to punch, I got to be looking for it so I can move against it. You can't go in with this mindset if I'm just going to go put in a lock, because you can't see what he's going to do to you. Your brain should be on autopilot. I made contact, I'm feeling for what's going on, but I'm looking for the fact that he may hit me, or he may try to kick me, or I have to move. You know, you can't just sit there and go like this. It's a really bad idea. The peripheral vision is the most important thing. It's so hard to teach this because most people either fight offense or defense. What they do is they go in, okay, I'm going to kill, or they go in, oh my God, don't hit me. The reality is it's somewhere in the middle. You're going in to do your work and feel what's going on, but you should always be looking for the fact that he may hit you or kick you or throw you or grab you. Also, when you do that, you should be sensitive enough to know, oh, okay, I missed this. I got to move. Right? I don't want to be in his center. I'm going to have to hit him, punish him, punish him, put him down. So what keeps you from getting hit really mostly is the fact that you're aware. Don't get into, and this is why I don't like when a lot of people joint lock. What they tend to do is they grab. He gives me resistance. And because my brain is trained from childhood to fight and resist him, it becomes a pissing contest. And what happens is I start focusing on this, but I'm not focused on any of this. And that's bad. So when you learn joint locking, yeah, you should learn it static. But when you get better with this, anytime you grab someone, do yourself a favor. When you're proficient at this, is you should have that peripheral vision and that other hand ready. You should be looking all the time to make sure something's not coming at me. So if we're doing a drill and he starts punching at me, right, I gotta be looking for it. And he punches again, right? I'm looking for this all the time. I'm looking for what he's doing. Good. I'm looking. Right. Boom. And I'm going to put these on, but as he goes to put this on, you know, I gotta be looking for this other hand. Right? Here it comes. Here's the evasion, here's the hit. There it comes again, and now we're down. You have to practice looking for the hit and moving. The other problem people have is, God, they plant their feet. You've got to be nimble. You've got to be able to run. This thing comes, I'm not resisting this, I'm gone. So many guys root and stay put where they think they belong, but you don't really have that option. But the other thing people do is they're late. So if you're going to joint lock, I can't tell you how many people I watch do this in class. It's a very normal thing. What happens is I grab him, he goes to pick up the punch. So as he goes to pick up the punch, they wait for it to get to right here. But when you wait for it to get to right there, you can't move, it's too late. If we're going slow in class and I go like this, yeah, he has time to move. But in reality, it's that fast. So you have to be sensitive enough to know that if I grab him and I see his hand twitch, I'm already gone. You see that other hand or that foot or anything make a motion, I gotta be gone, because I can't allow it to get to the point where it's already gonna whack me. When you practice these, don't practice avoiding the punch. Practice avoiding the movement. You see this thing twitch, you see it even move a little bit, you're gone. And that allows you to get to a position and hurt him. Now again, as I get to that position, am I just going to the position for the hell of it? No, I'm moving him. See him move? So I move where I move him. His balance is gone. Now look, I saw that come. As I did this, you see this hand? So as it comes, this might very well come over the top. And you better be ready for that. Because you don't know, right? You put it on, maybe that's coming. But if I was just staring at his hand, I wouldn't have seen this. But because I'm sitting here out of the corner of my eye looking, right, I know that that hand's coming. Lastly, on joint locks and grabs. So a lot of times what people do is they grab. And then we're taught to go 1, 2, 3, right? No, silly. Right away, always move. If this is his line of strength, I always want to be on an angle or behind. When you feel this, right away you should go. The hard part is we're trained to wait. So he grabs and he gets a really good grip. Now I gotta struggle to move. The minute you feel this, you should already be in. Now look, you see how he went like this? Right? He grabs, I try and wreck him as a person. He comes in, I try and make sure that he's not centered or ready. That's how these things happen. If I get him to the tip, But don't stand there and take it in the face. It's really a bad idea, right? Get used to the idea that you're on your toes, you're ready to go, and it's like, you know, like you're playing sports and you're ready. You gotta be ready to fly. You're looking, you take your time, boom, go. That's it. Go. So as you come into these situations, if you see a hand, there it goes. If he grabs me, I went off balance him. Get myself, look, I moved, right? Go ahead, punch me. Sorry. You know, that's not gonna happen because I got to a position where he's weak. You have to practice these. Again, when I do a video on just how they work, they have to be done slow so I can show you how they work. On the other hand, when you go to practice them, you have to practice them in movement. You have to practice them with people punching at you. You have to practice them getting off angles. You have to practice off balancing them. You have to practice coming in with that wide vision looking for stuff. It's not enough to just walk up and go like this. I'm aware of that. But mix them into your arts. Mix it, do trapping. Trapping's important. You learn to trap. You learn sensitivity to work to your joint locks. Learn how to bounce and hit. Learn how to move and lock. Don't just be a one-trick pony where you know one or two joint locks and you think that's going to get you through life. It's not. Change them up, mix up your training. They'll become much more live for you to use. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Ask questions, leave comments. We've had tremendous growth with this channel recently, and I appreciate everything you guys have done for me. Let's keep it up.